I did a quick back of the envelope calculation and realized that we would need more than rupees 3 crores to realize our dream. It was very unlikely that the municipal corporation would give us that kind of money. I had to look for donors for finances. I made a written proposal and decided to approach the MMRDA for a donation. I contacted the commissioner of MMRDA's secretary. She made an appointment with the commissioner on the same afternoon. After lunch, I was perusing some documents related to the emergency medical services when the head of the neurosurgery, Dr. Goyal, rang me. He wanted to bring a donor who had donated some expensive neurosurgical equipment. He wanted to meet me. I asked them to come over right away. Dr. Goyal and the donor walked into my office. I was surprised to see that the donor was a young man. Over a cup of hot tea, he informed me that he ran a charitable trust and that trust donates for deserving causes. During our chat, his eyes wandered over to the EMS proposal that was lying on my table. "What's that, Doc?" he asked. "A proposal for establishing an emergency medical service. I am on my way to the MMRDA Commissioner's office to try and get a donation." "What's the cost? What is the advantage of an EMS? What is an EMS?" he wanted to know. I gave him a quick briefing about the advantages of the EMS and the approximate cost, and added that perhaps his trust could not or would not donate such a large sum. "Can you give me a copy of the proposal? I should like to study the proposal." I made a photocopy and gave it to him. I forgot all about our meeting as my mind was busy rehearsing for my spiel to the MMRDA commissioner. The telephone operator called me in the evening to say that one Mr. SD wanted to speak to me. "Remember me, Doc? We met in your office today." Then it hit me. Oh, it was the donor of neurosurgery equipment. "Did you have any success with the MMRDA?" he asked. I ruefully informed him that my efforts were unsuccessful. His next words immediately floored me. "Doc, I discussed your proposal with my trust members and we have decided to donate 1.5 crore rupees towards the project. I have two conditions. The first, you can use the trust name in your correspondence but not of the individual trustees. Second, I want to hire the best architect in Mumbai to design the emergency medical service. I don't want it to look like a public bus stand." I immediately agreed to both the conditions. "I have two conditions of my own," I said. "The first, I do not want to see your money. We will call for tenders for the equipment, choose the best and make our recommendations. Your trust can then negotiate with the recommended companies, do the financial dealings with the recommended companies. Second, I hope to help you to choose the architect and have a say in the interiors." We met the next day and shook hands on the deal. I was pleasantly surprised that the architect he had in mind was Mrs. Brinda Somaya, who was a very good friend of mine. The next 6 months passed by in a blur.